watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Pahrump for 4 years. Give them a call, 775-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Gunny's Air Conditioning and Heating. New, service, and repair. Call Gunny's, 775-727-6800.
Hello and welcome to this edition of News 25. I'm Unat Gentry, and we hope you had a wonderful holiday. It is now Thursday, July 6th. And breaking news now into the KPVM newsroom. Today, a captain with the Nye County Sheriff's Office is placed on paid administrative leave. News 25 has details on this story.
KPVM News 25 has learned today that Sheriff Joe McGill has put Captain David Barukowitz with the Nye County Sheriff's Office on paid administrative leave. According to the Sheriff's Office, this is due to the previous allegations and an ongoing criminal investigation. Sheriff Joe McGill says this action is being done in the best interest of Nye County Sheriff's Office and the community until further notice. No further information was provided to KPVM at this time.
Spencer McDonald appears in court and is now set for trial. Rory Rossell has those details.
Continuing this triple homicide story that happened at the end of June, McDonald appeared in court on Monday, where he was assigned a public defender. Notice was given to the court and prosecutors that they are seeking a grand jury. After allegedly killing his grandma, her boyfriend, and a maintenance worker, McDonald is being charged with 3 counts of open murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Spencer McDonald will return back in court on August 14th.
Clark County Fire Chief John Steinbeck holds a news conference regarding the multitude of fires that occurred on the 4th of July. RJ Camacho reports.
On the 5th of July yesterday, Clark County's fire department held a press conference regarding the excessive amount of fires that occurred on the 4th of July in Vegas. According to the press conference, 3 people were reported to have injuries regarding the fires. A 39-year-old had severe burns on their face, and in neighboring jurisdictions, a child was burned, and an elderly man also carried injuries. Definitively, it is not known for sure if all the fires are a result of illegal fireworks.
You know that we have a 1,400% increase in fires year after year, so we know the bulk of those are from fireworks. When we have fires that simply are a bush, a tree, something along that nature, we don't put in a full investigation. But we know that the bulk of the fires that were reported last night were from fireworks.
Fire Chief Steinbeck also spoke about how the teams were spread thin. Steinbeck believes next year this will be a problem, as there's always an uptick on EMS calls every holiday. However, he hopes it won't be as bad as it was this year.
If you take a look at our dispatch notes during that time, especially from 9 p.m. till around 1, I've got crews going all over the place. They're just totally booked up, and they're going to outside fire. We had several structure fires that took multiple units. People lost their homes last night.
During the conference, it was stated that the statistics regarding the reports on the 4th are still being calculated, and the fire chief thanks the joint efforts of all other agencies, which helped during the busy night.
The illegal fireworks have been made illegal for a reason. They're not safe. And so, last year, just a horrible incident where a child lost his hand, right? We've had people killed by fireworks over the years. We always have people who lose their homes or businesses from them. So my message is to support the charities locally, buy the Safe and Sane fireworks here, and then go to our shows, right? There were I believe that we had 7 professional shows last night. They went off without a hitch. We didn't have any injuries at those. And then the other message, of course, is on the other side. We had additional EMS calls. We have, unfortunately, some horrible auto accidents that are involved with driving while impaired. So the other things that come out of these types of celebrations. So celebrate responsibly, and remember your neighbors. They're not always in the same mindset. You know, they don't want to hear explosions. They want to be in their house, and we get that report back like, hey, can you stop this? I was shot at. Brings up extreme anxiety for us. And it's sad that we can't stop that. So we need people to remember that it's more than just their party.
In more area news, the state of Nevada and Walgreens make an agreement settling on $258 million to be paid to the state regarding the opioid epidemic.
Announced today by Attorney General Aaron Ford, Nevada has reached a $285 million settlement with Walgreens. This is in regards to the pharmaceutical chain's role in the opioid epidemic. This marks the end of the lawsuit that was filed in 2019 and is the last in a series of multi-year settlements with pharmaceutical companies, retailers, and more. Nevada is only one among numerous states to have reached settlements now totaling more than $50 billion nationwide. The settlements are planned to be paid over the course of 15 years and will be split between the state and signatories of the One Nevada Agreement coalition of Nevada county and city governments. The state itself will be retaining $98.1 million, which is to be put in a fund to help finance opioid recovery programs through the state's Department of Health and Human Services. The coalition will receive the remaining $116 million.
A follow-up now on the missing submarine that has captured the attention of the nation. After weeks of heartache, the U.S. Coast Guard and OceanGate suspend all search investigations for that missing submersible.
After weeks of searching, OceanGate has officially suspended the exploration and commercial operations that were trying to find the rest of the submersible. The CEO of OceanGate, Stockton Rush, was among the several people who passed away during the implosion last month. Officials say that in the debris that was found last month, there was allegedly human remains inside of the wreckage. The Marine Board of Investigation is doing analyst testing on the evidence. The private company, OceanGate, was founded in 2009 by Stockton Rush, and for the last 13 years they have sent people to see many places and shipwrecks. Though last week OceanGate announced that they are no longer sending individuals to the Titanic wreckage or anywhere else.
And don't grab that remote, because it wasn't just fireworks on the 4th. We have lots of arrests and other news to tell you about after this break.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, a local woman is arrested on the 4th of July for carrying a multitude of drug paraphernalia.
On the 4th of July, Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies conducted a traffic stop on a red Ford pickup truck in the Holiday Inn parking lot. The reason for the stop was due to the fact that the pickup truck allegedly held no front license plate. The driver was detained upon approach due to various alleged dangerous weapons in the vehicle in plain sight and within reach. Amber Freiling was identified as the passenger of the vehicle, and officers were given consent to search the vehicle. During the search, psilocybin or magic mushrooms were allegedly discovered in the center console of the vehicle, to which Freiling allegedly admitted to being the owner of the drugs, and stated that she forgot it was even in the truck. According to the declaration of arrest, Freiling was advised that she was under arrest and remained in the rear seat of the officer's patrol vehicle. Freiling allegedly advised that she had a methamphetamine pipe in her purse. Due to Freiling's comment, officers began to search her purse, where they found a loaded or ready-to-use hypodermic needle, a brown glass pipe with a bulb at one end, which had suspected burnt meth residue, was also located within a glasses pouch. Officers identified the pipe to be commonly used for ingesting methamphetamine. They had also found in a clear baggie 2 round tan-colored pills. Freiling allegedly stated that they were fake ecstasy pills. According to the declaration of arrest, Freiling was warned that once transported to jail, if she still had contraband, she would receive additional charges for the introduction into a correctional facility. After that, Freiling then stated that she had needles on her person. Freiling then allegedly reached down the rear of her pants and extracted 2 hypodermic needles. As officers were about to depart to the Nye County Detention Center, Freiling allegedly stated that she had something else to give to the officers. After Freiling stepped out of the vehicle, she allegedly gave officers a cap for the hypodermic needles. And as Freiling's hands were moving around, officers observed Freiling having extracted a clear wet Ziploc bag from the inside rear area of her pants, where she had previously extracted the 2 hypodermic needles. Officers questioned Freiling about the wet Ziploc bag, and she was again warned about the destruction of evidence. Freiling stated she had allegedly extracted it from her rear left pocket, contradicting the officer's earlier observation. As the officer's glove was drying up, they had observed a white residue, which was not consistent when water dries on gloves. According to the declaration of arrest, Freiling allegedly admitted to pouring water into the methamphetamine in the clear Ziploc bag when questioned by officers. Freiling was then transported to the Nye County Detention Center without further incident and has been charged with use or possession of drug paraphernalia, possessing a hypodermic device, destroying or concealing evidence, and 2 counts of possession of a Scheduled 1 or 2 controlled substance less than 14 grams.
Well, the Freedom Festival Independence Day Parade kicked off on Tuesday, July 4th at 10 a.m. So News 25 is speaking with Linda Wright and the Grand Marshal Tom Waters, who are telling us about the parade and the festivities.
Hello, Pahrump. What a beautiful day for our 2023 4th of July parade, which was a wonderful success. We had almost 40 entries into the parade, and it was just wonderful. And we had so many spectators this year, more than we have ever had sitting around the Calvada Eye watching it. It was just wonderful to go by and see all of these wonderful people out in the eye watching our parade this year. And I hope you did come out and see it. It was fantastic this year. And now we are having the Family Fun Festival in the eye. We're having water balloons, we're having hamburgers and hot dogs, we're going to have a watermelon eating contest, and we're going to have bingo. And then we're going to have a water balloon contest with the Nye County Sheriffs. So that's what we're having scheduled for today, and just having a lot of fun. So happy 4th of July, everybody. This year, our Grand Marshal for our 2023 4th of July parade is Lieutenant Colonel Tom Waters. And I want to thank you, Tom, for coming out and being our Grand Marshal. And in appreciation from the Pahrump Holiday Task Force, we'd like to give you this plaque, and it has our logo on it, and it says Lieutenant Colonel Tom Waters, July 4th Parade, Grand Marshal 2023. So thank you very much, Tom, for coming out and being our Grand Marshal.
Thank you, Linda. It was my honor. This for Pahrump and for everything you do for our community as well. So again, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Tom Waters, Grand Marshal of the Independence Day Parade. Had a great time, got a chance to follow the sheriff around, and we saw so many people, lots of people. This is one of the best, I'm going to say, Independence Day parades we've had here in Pahrump. Just fantastic. Lots of attention, a lot of children, a lot of residents, but everybody came out to have a lot of fun. And this truly was fun. A fun day, a lot of floats, a lot of people participating in the parade, a lot of people participating along the parade route. It was really and truly fun. I was asked how I became the Grand Marshal of the parade, and it was a selection process. They asked me if I'd be willing to do it, and I said, absolutely. So here I am. And I thoroughly enjoyed it, and got a chance to follow Judge Wonker. I think she was the Grand Marshal some time back. I looked at what she was doing, and of course I like Judge Wonker, so it was very easy to follow and be Grand Marshal of the parade today. We had a fantastic time.
Awesome time by everyone. Looks like it was so fun. And again, we'll be right back with much more local and national news for you here on News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back. Well, July is Minority Mental Health Awareness Month, and studies find that racial minority groups show higher levels of anxiety, depression, suicidal tendencies, post-traumatic stress disorder, and other mental health disorders due to many socioeconomic factors. And a doctor with Cleveland Clinic says that there are many other reasons why that is, including lack of access to health care.
If you have poor health, then that's also going to have an impact on your mental health. And so if you're not getting the appropriate treatment for your diabetes, for example, it's natural that you're also going to have anxiety. If you can't afford to pay for the prescriptions for the treatment to manage your diabetes, that also can contribute to anxiety.
Dr. Prewitt says, aside from lack of access to health care and socioeconomic factors, there's also a stigma surrounding mental health. Some people may feel ashamed to seek out treatment, or maybe their family members do not believe in it. Dr. Prewitt says that's why it is so important to continue raising awareness about mental health and make resources available in all communities. She says it's also important for people to open up to those they trust. You don't have to suffer in silence. Another tip she recommends is practicing self-care. It does not have to be anything fancy. Even just giving yourself some time to relax and watch your favorite show or go for a walk can be soothing.
It also might be resting, when you need to take a rest, or asking for help when you need it. And so if you're used to kind of doing things on your own, asking for help is also another good way of self-care.
Dr. Pruitt also says for those who might not be able to afford therapy or other types of treatment, there are many free resources available online.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Let's take a look outside during this beautiful shot of the mountains and hardly any clouds in the sky. It's a beautiful blue sky, and those temperatures, well, they're warming up, but they are gorgeous as well.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios worldwide on the local BTV app and all up and down the Ace Country Radio Network. How are you this evening? Let's check out the weather scores. In Fernley, it's 93, 96 out there in Fallon. Carson City and Tonopah coming in a tie. Congratulations, Weather Twins and Cool Spot Award winners at 89 degrees. It's 90 degrees out in Goldfield. We see Beatty sweating it out at 99. And Amargosa, our hot spot today at 104 degrees. Vegas breathing down your neck at 102. Death Valley making us all look silly at 115 big burly desert degrees. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look at our current temperature, 99 degrees. Very nice. 102 just a little bit earlier. That was today's high. Triple-digit kids out here in the county of Nye. Winds out of the south to 12 miles per hour. Not too bad. The heat just a little bit bearable. Sun rose this morning at 5:32. Setting this evening, let's look forward at 8:04. And We're going to see a gorgeous sunset and head to a low tonight of 68 degrees under clear skies. Winds out of the southeast at 10 miles per hour as we blow our way into the week. What do we see? Nothing but sunshine. And actually, it's kind of an increasingly sunshiny week. We're starting the week at 100 degrees. We ended up with an 8% increase. We finish out the week next Thursday at about 108 degrees. It's sunshine throughout the week. Winds under 14 miles per hour. For the most part, lows tonight in the low and mid 70s. It's kind of keeping that pool water just about where I like it. But boy, those sunshiny days, they really take it out of you. Drink some water, have some fun, make some plans for a sunshiny weekend. Back to the desk. Here's Unette Gentry.
Thanks so much, John. We love that forecast. Sunshine across the board. Well, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you on Southern Nevada's News Network leader on the next broadcast. Good night.